All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the day. Today is the day of the NFL Draft first round. And today is also the day of my official final predictions of what's going to happen specifically with the New England Patriots. Because if you do not know, you probably already do know, obviously, if you're on the fan of this channel, I am a New England Patriots fan. And let me just take you on a little bit of a backstory trip with my fandom with the Patriots during the offseason. So, for many years, the New England Patriots have been very, very stingy with the amount of money that they would like to spend in the offseason. And hey, I didn't get too mad. I never got too mad because it always seemed to work out. They always seemed to just find that one person that needed to be on the team to make it a championship team. And we got 6 Super Bowls out of that. So I can't be too mad about them not being super over the top when it comes to spending money in free agency. But that was back in a time when you had the greatest quarterback of all time on your roster. You don't have that anymore. You got Cam Newton. And so this offseason, they went out, they spent a ton of money, more than they've ever spent in the Bill Belichick era. And they got in a ton of weapons, both on offense and on defense. So this offseason's been very, very unpredictable and very, very pleasing to most Patriots fans. So one can only assume that it's going to be the same or at least similar in the draft process. Now, there's been a lot of rumors that the Patriots are connected to Justin Fields. There really hasn't been any rumors for the Patriots be connected to any other quarterback. Maybe small, tiny rumors on Trey Lance, but those you can't really kind of like grip onto and believe is fact. But Justin Fields has been kind of the consensus guy that's been linked with the Patriots. The only problem is that the Patriots had the 15th pick, and there is a 0.1% chance that Justin Fields is at number 15. So the only way the Patriots can get Justin Fields, if that's who they end up getting, which I personally think, if you watched my video yesterday, I personally think that they will get Justin Fields. But we'll get into that in a second. If they want to get Justin Fields, they're going to have to give up a decent amount, because jumping from 15 to the top 5 is not an easy task. You have to give up a big, large amount of assets to get up that high in the draft. And the team that I chose to be the trade partner with the New England Patriots, if you guys watched that video, you already know, is the Atlanta Falcons. Now, we all know that the Patriots in the draft are very kind of complacent, almost. They stick right where they are. They take a guy that nobody's ever heard of, and that usually ends up working out. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes if they reach a little bit more, it ends up like N'Keal Harry, and it just doesn't work out. But most of the time, they take a guy that nobody really knows, and he turns out to be a good player in a couple years. But this year's different. This year, they have the possibility and the potential to take a mainstay guy like Justin Fields, a big name. And I'm excited for it because it doesn't really happen that much. So in my video yesterday, in my entire first round mock draft, I had the New England Patriots trading up to pick number 4 with the Atlanta Falcons. And I had them giving up, I think it was a first this year, a second this year, and I think I had them giving up a first next year too. Maybe another pick along with that. And the Falcons were giving up their 4th overall pick and Julio Jones. Now, this is just in my fantasy world. This is just a wild out there prediction, because there's been rumors that have Julio Jones, well, not rumors, they're confirmed that the Falcons are taking calls on Julio Jones. And there's been small little rumors that the Patriots are one of the teams that are knocking on the door, calling on Julio Jones. So, hey, I put 2 and 2 together. Boom, right there. That's 4. So why not get the 4th overall pick and Julio Jones? Obviously, The Patriots, if they wanted to add Julio Jones to that trade, would have to give up a lot more than just 2 first-round picks and a second. So whatever the combination of assets that the Falcons want, that the Patriots have to give to get Julio and the 4th-round pick, or the 4th overall pick, that is basically my prediction. Now, I know this is probably never going to happen. The only way it would happen is if it's just for the 4th overall pick, not Julio included. So, but I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go outlandish. I'm going to say that Julio is part of that package. So it's the 4th overall pick, and it's Julio Jones from the Falcons to the Patriots for a bunch of draft picks and maybe a couple players from the Patriots that the Falcons want. So they move back to 15. The Patriots jump up to 4, and this is where it gets interesting because the Patriots jump up to 4. They take Justin Fields. He's the starting quarterback. We got Julio Jones, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry. Boom. That's an AFC East championship right there. That is an AFC division win. That is a Super Bowl contender already right there. That is I don't think I had anybody else going to the Patriots in the 1st round because they would in this whole scenario, after giving up so much to get both Julio and the 4th overall pick, they really wouldn't have anything else to go, because in this whole scenario they're giving up their 2nd round pick too. So I think that this would be a very interesting possibility, and it would obviously make the Patriots an instant Super Bowl contender with adding Julio and adding Justin Fields. If the Patriots end up taking Justin Fields, which I think is going to happen, even though I know the Patriots don't like to trade up, they kind of like to stay in their lane and do their own thing and take whoever's there at 15. And if they do, then I'll be fine with that, and I'll react to it accordingly. But I think there is the possibility that Justin Fields is a 15-year quarterback in this league. It's a small possibility, but it's a possibility. Those kind of quarterbacks don't really come around that often. So if the Patriots have that opportunity, and it doesn't have to be the Falcons. It doesn't have to be the Falcons, because the Falcons could easily take Kyle Pitts or Jamar Chase or Penny Sewell or anybody, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, whoever's there. They could easily take one of those guys. So it doesn't have to be the Falcons. It could be somebody later. It could be the Broncos. It could be the Lions. It could be anybody. So my official prediction is that they trade up to the Falcons pick, but there is a little bit of the back of my head that's saying that they don't trade up to 4, but they do trade up to like 6, 7, 8, around that range, and they take Justin Fields then. Because I don't think once the Falcons get draft their player, if it's not Justin Fields, I don't think Fields goes for a couple of picks. I think he falls maybe to the mid top 10 picks, and then that's where the Patriots jump on him. Because obviously there's 0% chance that he's going to be there at 15 when the Patriots are actually up. So my final prediction is that the Patriots end night 1 of the draft with Justin Fields, and then throw in Julio Jones in there just for the laughs, the memes, the wild predictions that most people throw out there. I just thought it would be cool to add this element of prediction in case for some strange reason it actually does happen, which I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that the Falcons would be stupid enough to give up the 4th overall pick and Julio Jones to the Patriots for 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks and whatever else the Patriots thought. I don't think that they would do that. They would only probably give up the 4th overall pick. And they've already been confirmed that they're in talks, or they're considering trading the 4th overall pick. So I think the scenario without Julio could work. Maybe just maybe the scenario with Julio could work. I don't know, but I think that at the end of the night, at the end of the draft, night 1, the first round is over, the Patriots will have Justin Fields. That is my official prediction. If not, I will react to whatever happens accordingly. You guys will see that on the channel. Friday, tomorrow, I will react to the entire first round. What happened if Trevor Lawrence, obviously, if Trevor Lawrence doesn't get drafted number 1 overall, then that's going to break the internet. But I will react to the entire first round. What happens if there's any crazy moves? The Patriots reaction will be technically in that, but then there will be a separate Patriots only reaction on Saturday. So be on the lookout for that as well. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.